And we are set to go in the second race of the 1996 NASCAR Winston Cup Series, all the way to the start-finish line. The green is in the air, and Terry Labonte, the push pole winner, quickly through the gearbox. He's got Jeff Gordon, though, going to the high side, taking advantage of the banking if he can get the quick jump on the start.
There was no plan among the Hendrick drivers as to what to do when they got to that first corner. In fact, they hadn't even talked it over. They both decided that just let the race take it to them and go however the cars wanted to go, and Labonte is strong right off the top.
Everybody sorts themselves out. Buddy Baker, you mentioned your dad has the driving school here, the Buck Baker driving school. Everybody cleanly on the restart. How tough is this track to get a good handle on for a driver?
Well, what I've noticed this week is that they're able to run 2x2 in the corner, sometimes 3 wide. So the groove is not right on the bottom like it has been in the past in a few races. So you can race side by side, and I look for a lot of good racing all day long.
A lot of people have worked really hard to make it happen, so it's going good.
There's the battle for second spot now. Dale Earnhardt goes to the high side of Jeff Gordon and now finds himself just 1 3/10 seconds behind the race leader, Terry Labonte.
Once Earnhardt got Gordon, look at him take off. Look at the distance between those two cars and the difference in the line.
That's it. He found that high line just a few laps back, and boy, he had motored up through there, took over second place now, and he's catching Terry Labonte.
Only 30 cars on the lead lap as you see Earnhardt go around Mike Wallace in the Heilig-Myers machine. And there is that steady progression that Earnhardt has put on this field thus far. But again, Terry Labonte is still the leader if you're just checking in.
And tires are emerging as a major story today. The times have dropped off a little over a second a lap since this event began, and we're looking at 25-second laps. So a second a lap, new rubber seems like a good idea.
And everybody is just waiting and watching. Terry Labonte hasn't yet tipped his hand as to whether this will be the lap or not. Here he comes out of turn number 4. Yes, he's coming in this time. Terry Labonte now peels off the banking of turn number 4. Dale Earnhardt stays out with him and now comes down the pit lane. So you've got Earnhardt there and the race leader Terry Labonte both coming down the pit lane. Pit road speed 45 miles an hour. Rusty Wallace is in as well. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
Terry Labonte brings the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet in, and I tell you, they waited them out. Gary Dehart, the crew chief, told me that they weren't coming in till some of the other guys did. They went almost 90 laps. This is lap 88. That's a long way to go. Jimmy Makar told me, his brother Bobby Labonte's pit, that they only wanted to go to lap 65. So Labonte's forcing everybody to make adjustments to their pit strategy. Let's go to Randy.
Well, the tape has already come off Jimmy Spencer's front grille. Right side tires are already changed. They're working on the left. Jimmy Spencer, once again, having one of the career runs. Left side tires are on. They've worked on this pit crew over the window to help Jimmy get in on the pit. A nice pit stop for the 23 bunch.
Good stop for him. Michael Waltrip, you see, leaving the pit lane in the 21 Citgo Ford. 19 9/10 seconds was the stop for Terry Labonte, the race leader here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. Being posted right now, only 10 cars on the lead lap. Of course, everything cycling around during the sequence of green flag pit stops. 89 laps are on the board right now in the early stages of the Goodwrench 400. Glad you're with us on TNN. We're back in a minute. Two cars get together, have an accident on the back straightaway. How do you determine who finishes in what position if either car can't continue? And one car's in the wall. We'll get Ward Burton with a problem, and caution is on the speedway. Ward Burton on the wall, running in 17th spot, and we're under caution for the second time here. We'll get back to Amanda's question in a moment, but the man who won the 400 here in the fall, not going to win it here today.
Our pit reporter just called me just a lap before this and said he was beginning to smoke just a little bit, so it may have been an engine problem causing that wreck.
So we are under caution for the second time, lap number 97. Jeff Burton, his brother, had problems on lap number 9. Now it is Ward Burton here at 97. Boy, a gaggle of cars there. Yet right in front of Terry Labonte, too, right in front of the race leader. Terry Labonte continues to lead. We are being shown only 16 cars on the lead lap. One of those is obviously Dale Earnhardt in the 3. He is chasing the 23 of Jimmy Spencer. Further back, you've got Dale Jarrett. One car breaks loose as they work through the corner. Hut Strickland now T-boned by Rusty Wallace. You've got Johnny Benson. Everybody else spins. Musgrave is there. Bill Elliott is there. And we are, needless to say, under caution. Caution here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. Hut Strickland and the 30 of Benson, the 16 of Musgrave, the 2 of Wallace, the 94 of Bill Elliott. This just coming through turns 3 and 4 at lap number 108. Now 109 as the leader takes the caution. Oh, poor old Hut. How about old Rusty? I ever had one of those days, Buddy Baker, where it didn't pay to get out of bed?
I've hit everything but the lottery some days when I go to the racetrack. And this thing, these guys didn't have a whole lot to do with this. You see the car breaking loose there, Hut. He comes back across the racetrack. Now you have a chain reaction where guys are doing everything they can to miss it. They run in the back of cars and lose control.
You also had Sterling spun in there, I thought at one point, as a trailer. Another angle might give us a better look as to, well, at this point, Hut's already gone. Looks like the car just broke loose. Like nobody was around him.
Roy Allen was also involved in it.
Yeah.
And just about everybody else. You could almost go through the starting lineup.
Oh, man.
Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
Up on the high side, one is Rick Mast. You saw the Roy Allen car, Musgrave there. He comes nosing in. So we are under caution. Randy is in Rusty's pit.
Well, we continue to document the plight of Rusty Wallace and his Miller guys. They've got heavy left side damage. All Rusty can hope for now is to go out there, ride around, clean this car up, ride around, get some Winston Cup points, and go on to Richmond. But not their day today, obviously.
My goodness. A lot of work down there from that crew as we are working the third caution flag of the afternoon. Last year in the 400-mile race here in the fall, we had 7 cautions for 64 laps. This is the third caution flag of the afternoon at lap number 108 as we ride along with Dave Marcus. Don't want to forget old Amanda back there in Indiana. She told us about that question about scoring as we watch from Dave Marcus's car that accident that happened moments ago. Here's what it looks like.
Dave Marcus had a little contact there with Hut Strickland and turned him right up into the wall.
You know, that's deja vu with Ernie Irvin and Ward Burton. Same kind of situation.
Now we'll see what Steve Grissom was able to see out of the window of his Hanna-Barbera automobile. He's behind Kenny Wallace. Three-way battles there around the racetrack. Bobby Hillman in the 77 car. There you see Todd Bodine driving for his brother. And Jeff Gordon is off the pace. Smoke from behind the Jeff Gordon car. The DuPont Chevrolet going up in smoke here on the main straightaway.
Kaboom.
Kaboom is well said. Understatement of the day, certainly. The 1995 winner of this event. Meanwhile, near the front, Jimmy Spencer has chased down Terry Labonte.
Eli, there's a contrast of the way they're getting to the corner right now. Spencer's moved back up into that high line. He tried to run down low where Terry Labonte was. He lost some ground to him. Now he's moved back up in his groove, and he's actually closed in on Terry Labonte.
Terry Labonte's car just doesn't seem quite as comfortable as it was earlier. He's been going up the banking a tad more. And there is indication from down on pit road that Terry might be feeling a bit of a problem with the car. Glenn, what's he saying to his crew?
There's a vibration in the drive line. I asked Gary Dehart, we heard him talking about it on the radio. He did verify that they've got a problem of some sort. Terry's taking it easy. I have moved down to Jeff Gordon's pit. He is in. He's brought the 24 DuPont Chevrolet in. The car is still running. A lot of smoke coming from it. It sounds like it has dropped the cylinder. It's not hitting on all 8 right now. So we'll update it as soon as we find out he just shut it off. We'll see what the matter.
And the drivers are saying that that is one of those heartbreak situations because you've got a tough finish at Daytona a week ago, a tough situation here. Obviously, he won't win. He'll go many laps down. Not the way to start off the title defense, is it?
No, it isn't. But, you know, when you look at his finishing record, this is the first real engine-related problem he has had since the shifter incident at Pocono last year. He did not have an engine-related DNF in all of 1995.
There you see first, second, and third spot right now Kenny Schrader's back on the track. If you follow the fates and fortunes of the veteran from Fenton, Missouri, he is 55 laps back after the stay in the garage area because of the brake problem that we showed you earlier, and the flames had billowed out from the right front wheel. But he is back on the track, 55 down. The only folks in the garage area, Hut Strickland, Ted Musgrave, and now Jeff Gordon, as they will push the car behind the wall. We talked moments ago about Robert Presley. He was running in 7th spot when he had the problem that has now dropped him at least 1 lap down, possibly more as you look at the battle for the lead. Let's also tip our hat to Ricky Craven. He is now running in 6th spot as we see Spencer trying to take advantage of Labonte going back into the corner. Ricky Craven, who started 30th, is now running in the 6th position. But a great battle for the lead, working the back straightaway here in Rockingham. Dale Earnhardt's not in your picture. He's just 5 car lengths further back, though. He's waiting and watching more than anything else.
And what an upset this would be if Jimmy Spencer would win this race today. I went through the garage area this morning and I talked to virtually every crew chief there, and I said, who are you most worried about? They all said, oh, the 5 car, the 3 car. Not one crew chief mentioned Jimmy Spencer. Look at how well he is running here at Rockingham today, though.
13th Winston Cup race year for Jimmy Spencer, and he has only 1 top 10 to show for it thus far. But he is very much in position because he is one of only 11 men, 12 now, to remain on the lead lap. There is Terry Labonte.
Look at Earnhardt just riding back there in 3rd, watching these guys race and wear out their tires. Earnhardt told his crew that today's race was going to be a race of driver discipline. Who could be the coolest the longest? And these 2 guys are racing each other hard. Earnhardt's just letting his car roll on.
Here goes Jimmy Spencer now. He'll try the outside on Terry Labonte if he can make it stick, going back into turn number 1. High, he goes up the banking. He's keeping it wound up.
Eli, that's hero material when you pass somebody on the outside like that. That's a power move. You see Terry Labonte not fighting back right at the moment. I think right now he's just settling in, going to do like Earnhardt, just going to sit there and watch the lead car run.
Lap 137, a new leader here in Rockingham. Let's go to Randy.
Well, there could be a possible problem on the 5 car, and that is they believe they have cracked either the header or the exhaust pipe that trails out of the left side of the number 5 Kellogg's Monte Carlo. So you can substantiate that he would have a little bit of a loss of power there. He does feel a difference, so look for him to possibly string that header up when they pit next time.
Meanwhile, back up front, Terry Labonte wants to reassume the lead. Jimmy Spencer's had it since lap 137. That is 30 laps ago. Field working back through traffic. There you see Kenny Schrader. He's 55 laps down. Johnny Benson, many laps down.
Discipline. Right here, discipline, as Earnhardt would say, is ever so important. A lot of race to go.
Don't forget Dale Earnhardt. He's running there in 3rd. You see him in the back of that picture. He's behind Kyle Petty, who's being shown a lap down. Robert Presley back out on the racetrack. He is 39 laps down after the electrical problems that were bothering them earlier. So Schrader's back 55 down, and as soon as I say that, he goes back to the garage area again. So Kenny will park it. Brett Bodine is 21 down. Jeff Gordon 35 in arrears. Robert Presley 39 back.
You know, if I were Kenny Schrader, I'd really think about running that car again. If you watched the race in Atlanta last fall and saw Kenny Schrader in the garage work on the engine, bring it back on the racetrack, in the garage work on the engine, this is the same car. He's having the same kind of day today, but this time with brake problems. Get out the torch.
He was 39th here at the Rock last February, so he hasn't necessarily had the successes here he'd like in the early race.
As you can see, Terry Labonte has passed Jimmy Spencer and reassumed the lead. I think Spencer just run so hard, and he was a little bit...
Trouble in turn 1. Hard crash.
Hard crash up into the corner. We are under caution for Bobby Labonte. Remember, we had said earlier that he was reporting a possible vibration in the car. He was running in 5th as he goes up into the wall, and we are under caution here on the speedway. So caution, and that too is Loy Allen's automobile involved with an accident as well. So caution here at the Rock It comes out at lap number 172, and Glenn Jarrett, you had the eyeball on it, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely, Eli. I was standing here in Terry Labonte's pit, and I heard a tire blow. Loy Allen got into the wall right dead in front of us here, if you can see out of my camera where he impacted the wall. But there was oil or water or something all over the racetrack in the groove. When Bobby Labonte came through, he got in it. Of course, you're turning right there in the tri-oval. The car just simply spun right out from under him.
Man, oh man. So it happens, and rarely do you see single car incidents, more so at some tracks than others, but let's get a look at it again. Past Jeff Burton.
And that had been going on for a long
There's
while.
Loy in the wall.
Well, Burton and the 18 just came together.
Let's see if we can get another look and get a better view as to exactly what transpired. That one was a pretty good idea. Let's see what we can get here. Here's Loy Allen. After the crash, oh, and he can't steer.
Boom.
Gave it a pretty good lick, didn't he?
Yep.
So Loy Allen, Bobby Labonte, separate yet related incidents, and we're under caution here at lap number 172. Bobby Labonte finished second here a year ago, but that is not to be here this afternoon. That old car is pretty well used up.
They can't even get it on the record without pulling it apart some.
Yeah.
You see the 88 car running the bottom part of the racetrack. I understand he's worried about running out of fuel.
Let's go to Randy.
You are exactly right, buddy. There have been a couple of guys that are concerned about it. Earnhardt has taken a dip down too, going down the front stretch. There goes the 88 on the bottom. Pit road still closed. They've got to get pit road opened up pretty quick. DJ is worried about fuel. He is slowing going into one.
He was in at lap number 86 for fuel. Dale Earnhardt came in 2 laps later at lap number 88. And right now they are looking, NASCAR is, at the integrity of some of the walls out there. We saw where Loy Allen impacted the wall and all. And NASCAR is not going to put this race back under green until they are sure that everything out there is in safe condition. They, of course, have the care unit out there. Loy Allen was involved along with Bobby Labonte, and NASCAR obviously taking a long, hard look at all of the safety out on the back straightaway, checking to make sure all the drivers are okay. And the field now is being brought virtually to a crawl by Elmo Langley, who drives the Pontiac safety car. All the attention being riveted to the Loy Allen automobile at this stage of the afternoon. Red flag now going in the air as Doyle Ford will signal the red flag. And there you see the Loy Allen car, young driver from Raleigh, North Carolina, being tended to. And we'll get another look and see exactly what happened to his car. By that point, he'd already gotten out of shape.
Eli, he's already had tremendous impact on the right front corner there. He has no brakes or any steering whatsoever. You see it going into the inside wall. Watch this hit. Boy, he hit hard right there.
He did that. So Loy Allen is now being tended to by the NASCAR safety officials. And that obviously is a reason for the red flag, his safety. So the caution flag is flying again. For those of you not familiar with the rules of NASCAR Winston Cup racing, you can do no work on your car at all when the red flag is being displayed.
Well, Jimmy Spencer has just come into the pit area, and the flag is waving that says it is closed.
Boy, that's a huge mistake on Jimmy Spencer's part right there.
Let's go to Randy.
Well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he'll end up going to the longest line. If that's correct, they're going to go ahead and fill. They needed gas. They just radioed Jimmy, said, you have got to pull that thing in here right now. Likewise for Dale Jarrett as Jimmy Spencer pulls away.
Yeah, Jimmy Spencer came in at lap number 88 as pit road is now officially open after a 9-minute and 15-second red flag period. So 9 minutes and 15 seconds the delay under red. And you're right, Jimmy Spencer really had no choice. I mean, you got to come in and go to the longest line of traffic on the restart, or your day is totally done.
Or sit on the back straightaway and watch everybody go around anyhow because you're out of gas. I mean, he had to do something.
184 laps on the board right now as we work under this caution period, the 4th of the afternoon. Interesting happenings on pit road moments ago. There's the rolling spam can for Lake Speed, and here's what happened.
See the tire carrier coming around here. He stumbles just a little bit, gets in the path. Wow.
It's a tire carrier on Mike Skinner's car. This car was real good.
There's Jimmy Spencer in the 11th spot, trying to pick himself through all of that pack of traffic right there. You ever think what Labonte would have been like last week at Daytona if they didn't have that plastic bag that kind of got caught up onto the cowl, under the air cleaner and so on? I wonder what all that meant to his show last Sunday.
Can you imagine? He was dominating the show, and a plastic wrapper off somebody's sandwich went through the air cleaner and blocked off the fresh air.
Here's Dale Earnhardt now, catching the leader.
And he led the most laps in the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Good race here for the lead.
And we're also 5 laps away from halfway. The folks at Gatorade again this year will be passing along $10,000 to the leader at halfway. And Earnhardt wouldn't mind taking home that check, but Labonte has plans for it too.
He wants that check, but he wants these 5 points for leading also. You see him up under Labonte as they come down the front straightaway. Earnhardt's just a little bit in the lead as they come by the flag stand.
That'll be 5 points for Dale Earnhardt right there. Well, no, now they're going to say he might not have beaten him back to the stripe. So they're going to have to wait and see. All the scoring technically done in front of the scoring stand here at the line that is painted on the racetrack. Now Labonte goes high. This time Earnhardt comes to that stripe and does beat him in front of the eyes of Morris Metcalf, the chief scorer of NASCAR. So that time Earnhardt does officially take the lead at lap number 194. So he'll lead for the first time and get 5 bonus points. Now they're going to battle for 10 grand.
The Intimidator and the Iceman. What a nice race this is.
Really is a good race. Started off very honestly like there wasn't going to be a race with the way Terry Labonte was running.
And look at Bobby Hamilton running in 3rd spot.
He and Dale Jarrett looked like Bobby Hamilton almost bottomed out there just a bit.
Well, this same car last year, before they put the new body on it and all, they built a car especially for the mile tracks. Richard Petty did. And you see Bobby Hamilton now. He's been very quiet at this point, but he's moved steadily up through the field, now running 3rd.
So far, Terry Labonte has blown the competition away here today, leading 193, now 194 laps that we've run. Of course, last week he had a piece blow in the carburetor. This week blows on the front of the car, heating it up. Gary Dehart has seen it. Gary, how bad's that heat problem now?
Well, right now it's getting pretty bad. 240, we're going to pit here in a few minutes, put water in it. We're going to crash all over the grill.
It looks like now when he just came by, it was gone. The piece was gone.
Yeah, but we're out of water. We need to put water in.
He's coming in right now. We'll get out of the way. Tough break.
Glenn, we were talking amongst ourselves here that could you believe if they had a problem like this after Daytona? We said, well, he's probably going to slit his wrist. What did he say to you down on pit road?
Right before he had to run out of his way, Eli, he said, man, if this costs us another race, I'm just going to shoot myself. They are really despondent down here, and you can't blame them. Obviously, he has got the dominant car. I can't believe for 2 weeks in a row that blown trash has cost him problems.
Here comes Terry Labonte now. He slows off the racetrack. He'll come down pit road. The Wood brothers have Michael Waltrip on pit road also. The hood will go up on Waltrip's car. But here comes Terry Labonte. He will yield the lead with an overheating problem at lap 235. Let's go back and watch this bit of precision work, but it is a heartbreaker nevertheless.
No debris is showing on the grill, and they're not even working on the grill. They're working on the engine. That hose is to inject water under high pressure. They'll try to keep the engine running so they can get that water in. Now they're starting to clean off the lower part of the grill. What a heartbreaker. Terry Labonte absolutely dominated this race until this.
My goodness.
There was a lot of rubber buildup on the top part of that grill as they were wiping it with their hand. You can see it rolling off there. But I'm afraid he might have done a lot of damage. You see the smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe on the left-hand side there.
Oh, goodness. There's Dale Earnhardt now. He has taken over the lead. Jimmy Spencer now in the 2nd spot. Randy's been watching from Earnhardt's pit.
Well, the 5 car has just now confirmed engine gone on Terry Labonte. So the Hendrick guys really having a tough day. Dale Earnhardt's going to cruise from here on in, see if he can win this race, come out of here with the points lead. Earnhardt's crew was constantly chattering back and forth when Labonte was pushing water out. They kept saying, he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. Randy, is he going to make it? He's not going to make it, they kept saying. So they were pulling for him, if you know what I mean.
Dale Earnhardt continues to show the way. Only 8 cars on the lead lap. Kenny Schrader back on pit road now after many laps behind the wall. There you see Jimmy Spencer. He's in the 3rd spot. Dale Jarrett right behind him. There are your top 5. We'll continue to keep you updated. And caution is on the speedway. A car in the wall. It's the Ted Musgrave car. Ted Musgrave didn't lose all of that sheet metal this time. He was involved in an accident, you'll remember, back in lap 108. But he now will bring out the 5th caution flag of the afternoon at 265. Lap 265 will be the first lap of caution. Ted Musgrave in the wall in turn 2. Now, pit stops came a little bit too late, did this caution for guys like Rick Mash. Jeff Burton was praying for a caution not to lose a lap. It came tardy for him. It'll also cost Darrell Waltrip, who had pitted just before the yellow came out.
But for the rest, this is exactly what they wanted. Dale Earnhardt needed this pit stop, and so did the 23, Jimmy Spencer.
Ted Musgrave trying to roll that car down, and he'll just roll it slowly towards the garage area. So Ted Musgrave, who was behind the wall earlier, if you were with us, again, he was involved in the 3rd caution of the day. He stayed behind the wall for quite a while, but came back 74 laps down, and now he's in the wall yet again. And here comes the leader. Here's Dale Earnhardt now, coming down pit road to the attention of his crew. Let's see what they do. You got Bobby Hutchins and David Smith, co-crew chiefs this year.
And some new members working on that team. Andy Petrie is gone. Gene Dehart's now doing the right fronts. David Smith, jackman since 1982, is gone. Mike Moore is doing the jacking duties on that car. So to a degree, we have at least a partially new pit crew here.
Now Bobby Hamilton is in for service in front of Glenn Jarrett.
Well, Eli, they were going to make a chassis adjustment. They wanted his pit stop. Bobby gets down and away, and it looks like Jimmy Spencer's going to beat him out for 2nd place, but they did change 4 tires, adjusted the chassis. He's got some fender damage on the left front of the car. When I get a chance here, I'm going to find out exactly what happened there. Now let's go down to Randy. He covered Jimmy Spencer.
Well, Jimmy Spencer in and out. These guys really look good on pit road, not to mention how good they've got this car running. Jimmy Spencer came in, he changed 4. They laid the spoiler back just a tick on the 23 car, which I think would mean he's going to loosen them up just somewhat. He's got fresh tires, and Jimmy is ready to go to the front.
There you go. Green flag is in the air. Restart. Lap, as you see, 271.
I will elaborate a little bit on what you were talking about. You also check for the rear end to be in line with the front also when you string the car. Here's Jimmy Spencer in 2nd place there. You see him coming into the corner there. He's trying to get up with Earnhardt. Earnhardt got a great restart there. Bobby Hamilton's hung on the outside. Dale Jarrett's coming by.
Dale Jarrett in the 88 just made the hard turn and grabs the inside against Hamilton, and old Darrell Waltrip made a nice move to get around Jeff Burton in the 99. Darrell driving the 17 machine. They're posting 9 cars on the lead lap at this stage of the afternoon. Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Spencer, Bobby Hamilton, Dale Jarrett. Jarrett, of course, now in 3rd, Hamilton in 4th. Ricky Rudd, the tied car. He's gotten around Hamilton, so Hamilton drops back to 5th. You've got Sterling Marlin, Steve Grissom, Ricky Craven, and the 81 of Kenny Wallace. 3 wide in many spots there because so few cars are on the lead lap. Here goes Jarrett. Dale Jarrett makes a bid for the lead. Earnhardt, though, comes charging right back in car number 3, and here comes Rudd. He'll grab 3rd from Spencer.
Wow, look at this. Jarrett, your Daytona 500 winner, takes the lead. Ricky Rudd in 2nd. Where'd he come from?
He has just come up out of nowhere. He's just been riding all afternoon long. Dale Jarrett now, the new leader of the Goodwrench 400, takes over here in lap 273 officially. And you know, Dale has only led 3 laps here in Winston Cup competition in 17 previous races. Only had 2 top 10s in those 17. How about this for a turnaround here today?
Well, I tell you, for a new race team, this team looks like it's been together for 10 years, and they're out there running right now with some of the best. You see Ricky Rudd going for the lead down into turn 3. Ricky Rudd is a very fine slick track driver. You see Spencer trying to figure out who he's going to go with.
Here comes Rudd to the stripe, and he will take over the top spot here at the Rock. Ricky started 25th, and he's now showing the way. From above on the steel aerial platform, Spencer settles into the 2nd spot now. There goes Earnhardt to reassume a spot against Jarrett. That's the battle for third. Here comes Bobby Hamilton.
Here comes Spencer on the outside now. He wants a piece of this thing.
Whoa, what a great race this one's turning out to be here this afternoon. Glad you're with us on TNN. Rudd, Spencer, Earnhardt, Jarrett Hamilton in that order.
There goes Jimmy Spencer back on the outside. He's back up in that groove that he made work earlier in the race. You see him coming off the corner there. Ricky Rudd powers off the corner, but I don't believe he can keep up with Spencer as they come by the start-finish line.
There goes Hamilton, the 43, trying to work inside of Dale Earnhardt going into the corner.
Old DW hanging back there in fifth spot, watching all these guys abuse their tires as they're looking for position.
There's Darrell, the fifth car on the racetrack, not being shown on the lead lap at this stage of the afternoon, but it's unfortunate because obviously the Western Autos Parts America car is able to keep up with it.
You see Bobby Hamilton there moving into second place. Richard Petty said he was just biding his time. Everything went their way. They thought they had a great race car. He's proving them to be right now.
Very competitive afternoon. You just saw the numbers. Let's go down to Glenn Jarrett as we ride with Steve Grissom. He's on the lead lap. Meanwhile, near the front, 4 or 5 car lengths between the 23, the leader, Jimmy Spencer. Bobby Hamilton's closing in. Bobby Hamilton last led an event at Atlanta last year, and here he goes trying the high side back into turn number 1.
Something wrong with Spencer. He's falling off the pace a little bit.
Or is Hamilton just turning up the wick?
Don't know.
Hamilton is the new leader here in Rockingham. First time he's led since Atlanta last season when he led 9 laps. Let's go to the pits.
Yeah, you got it, Eli. He blowed her up. They believe they're going to try and ride it out. There's no question about it. Spencer is not going to win at Rockingham today. Wow, what a heartbreak. I think that was the best career run he has ever had. Man, he's just not going to do it today. That engine's gone.
My goodness. You know, we talked about it very quickly yesterday, Buddy Baker. I mean, if a guy is playing baseball and he drops a fly ball, well, hey, you screwed up. But when a part breaks and it takes you out, how in the world do you deal with that?
Well, you just have to realize, hey, I had a great race car. We have a good setup to come back here with in the fall and go to the next race because that race team is together now. Jimmy Spencer's driving the race car very well. You just forget about it.
There's old Dale Jarrett, the 88. We've not talked much about him here. Still on the lead lap. Glenn, what's the story in your brother's pit?
Well, Eli, in that last caution flag, they made a change. They took a rubber out of the right front to loosen the car up. They'd been a little tight all day. They got it too loose. When he took off at first and roared by him and took the lead, the car was perfect. But after the tires got some heat in them, it really got loose with him. He's just biding time now till they can come back in, readjust the car. But he's fallen back to 6th now. Has not been able to catch him past Jimmy Spencer, even with the engine problem.
And Jimmy Spencer just hit the wall going through turn number 4. He's got smoke coming from behind the automobile. Now, what happened first? Did he hit the wall or did he have a smoke problem that sent him up? But he scrubbed the wall between turns 3 and 4. And what a heartbreak for Jimmy, who led so much of this afternoon.
Yeah, he had a good run going, even with the motor giving him trouble. Boy, he's got something wrong now. You see the car going back up towards the wall there.
And caution is on the speedway. Oil now being reported around this 1-mile oval from Jimmy Spencer's car, and he will bring out the 6th caution of the afternoon, lap number 328, as Jimmy Spencer's afternoon apparently has ended here. Here's what happened.
Well, you see him going in the corner there. He gets a little bit out of the groove. There's a lot of debris on the outside there.
I don't think he hit the wall.
No, never did.
I think he just went right up. He got real close to the wall, smoked before it, got close to the wall. I don't think he hit it, buddy.
Okay, what happened there? He knew he had oil, and he was trying to get out of the racing groove because you can see it's over with now. The thing is really giving up.
So we are under caution, 5th time today, and there you see Jimmy not only led 53 laps, but he put on a thrilling battle to get back to the front repeatedly. Remember, he pitted too early at one point, had to go to the longest line, the end of the longest line of traffic. Now, here come pit stops, and this should take everybody to the finish. We're at lap 329, so this is now time to put a premium on the pit crews. Robbie Loomis and the boys waiting for Bobby Hamilton. You've got Bobby Hutchins And everybody waiting in the Earnhardt pit. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
Earnhardt brings the number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet in, Eli. They're going with the right side now with rubber. They will come to the left side. As I told you, they made an adjustment last time. Dale never said whether he liked it or whether he didn't. Obviously, it wasn't quite as strong, so I think they made the adjustment this time with the tire pressure on the tires. So they're putting the left sides on right now. He's down and away.
There you see Bobby Hamilton, Robbie Loomis and the boys working on it. The car down and away. Dale Earnhardt, though, beating Mr. Hamilton off the pit lane and back onto the racetrack. All right, fellas, we appreciate the update from down on the pit lane. Got a great question here that was faxed into us. Somebody wants to know from Tennessee if Steve Grissom's wife's name is Wilma. From the Cartoon Network car. Her name is Susan. Bob in Tennessee want to know if Steve, because that was his picture on the car, and if he's married to Wilma. We're back under green here at Rockingham. 337 of 393 laps are complete. Oh, Derek Cope, he was the first car a lap down. He has just unlapped himself. See if he can stay there. He's been quietly lurking around the lead cars all day long after problems early. He's come back to get on the tail end of the lead lap now.
He's been fast the whole time here at Rockingham.
Really
Yep, he really has, and his speed seems to be about in the middle of the corner, which is the most difficult part of this racetrack.
And of course, Robert Arthur Allison, the car owner there. Bobby Allison, a 4-time winner here. And we were talking before what Richard Petty can teach to Bobby Hamilton. I dare say old Bobby remembers a few of the tricks. Let's see if Derek Cope can stay there. Earnhardt, the leader, he'll swing by him here at the start-finish line by inches to put Cope a lap down. But Derek's not going quietly, but finally yields as he goes to the high side.
And 20 years ago this race, Eli, Robert Arthur Allison found himself bouncing down the backstretch in one of Roger Penske's cars. Were you involved in that in any way, Buddy Baker?
He was so high, turning over down the back straightaway.
How high was he?
I went under him.
Oh. Did you really?
Yes, I did. I looked up to see the bottom part of his race car.
My goodness, 340 laps on the board right now of 393.
That's the one where he had the Coca-Cola in the cooler and it spilled all over him, and he sort of came to and he's covered with Coke, and he thought, oh my goodness, the world has just ended. I've had it.
Look at this, Eli. Here comes Bobby Hamilton.
He yielded the lead on a pit stop, but here he comes back to take it away from Earnhardt on the racetrack. 341 laps now on the board. This fan support here is just, I don't know why they bother to sell seats. Nobody's sitting down anyway. Why to sell standing room, but the fans just loving it here. But here comes Earnhardt right back.
How many times have you seen Earnhardt push the issue like that? Somebody go back. He passed him exactly where Bobby Hamilton passed him back.
So Earnhardt now trying to go back to the front, and he'll work the low side of the racetrack. 342. Bobby Hamilton's radio you hear coming over top of our telecast. We kind of eavesdrop just a bit. Of course, with permission to do so, we might add. Here comes Hamilton right back.
Wow. Oh. Hamilton on the low side now, and he's got the lead back.
Now remember, Ricky Rudd, the 10 car, he's on the lead lap. 88, Dale Jarrett, he's on the lead lap. All 4 of those cars battling for the lead right now in the late stages here in Rockingham.
Look at Earnhardt right up under him right now. Now that'll loosen you up.
Whoa! I guess.
That'll loosen you up. Hamilton into the wall.
Boy, he was lucky to save that car. Wow.
My goodness, Dale Earnhardt hangs to the lead now at lap
right rear pretty hard.
4. Right rear, you hear them tell him.
We're smoking the right rear pretty bad. 3 car hit us, Robbie.
That would be Dale Inman up on the roof telling Robbie Loomis, the crew chief, exactly what happened.
Okay.
Bobby says seemed to be handling okay. So caution, lap 347. Let's go down to Glenn Jarrett. He's in the Bobby Hamilton pit as Hamilton and Grissom come in to make a stop.
Well, they're discussing what they're going to do right now. Obviously, they got right side tires they're going to pull in. I'm asking to be obviously will be a 4-tire change. They're going to check that damage over. Now, there's nothing I can see on this side except the damage that was already there. Put fuel in it. They don't need much. They've got a board out there to pull the fender away on the right rear to pull it away from that tire. That's their main concern right now. They're coming around to change left side tires, but most of the work is centered on that right rear, getting that fender off of that tire. Left side tire's going on. Obviously, no chassis adjustments or anything like that. I don't think that it really damaged the car that bad, guys. So this may be a break in a way because he's going to have 4 tires, a little fresher than anybody else's.
That's a good point that Glenn brings up there.
Absolutely. You see the car there. They pull the fender away from the tire. It's no longer smoking. I think he's going to be okay. Certainly hope so anyhow. He drove his heart out today.
We are under caution. Bobby Hamilton has just spun in turn number 2, and the leaders are on pit road. They are going to pit at lap 367. 8 cars on the lead lap. Dale Earnhardt's crew going to the right side of the automobile. Ricky Rudd, the second place man, is in as well. Randy?
Well, they took a rounder wedge out on the right rear. They're going to try and loosen Ricky up. They're working on the left side tires right now. Having a little bit of trouble with the left front. Oh my, it's going to hurt Ricky. Could not get the left front off. He's not going to come out in good shape here. Left side now going on. Tough break for Rudd, down and away.
And there you see what remains of the Bobby Hamilton car. We were eavesdropping on his radio, and he said the car just went around on me.
Yeah, well, he's trying very hard here, but you see he gets way up on the racetrack. You see the back end starting around, and it just keeps on getting worse here. He goes around and makes a complete turn. Now watch it go back up head first into the wall.
That's too bad. After the kind of day that those boys had, they deserve better than that. But they end up in the wall, and their afternoon will end up far shy of victory lane. Car just kind of snaps around on you, too. On these radials, there's really no chance to save it. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
We're back in Bobby Hamilton's pit. There's a good bit of damage, as you can see clearly on the screen there. The nose of the car really messed up, the right side. So you're exactly right, Eli. These guys made one whale of an effort today. They were all pumped up, thought they could get back up front. But Bobby said on the radio that in the first wreck, he thought that it knocked the camber out of the right front tire, made the car extremely loose in the corner, and it just got away from him. He said, I don't know what happened. It just came around on me. But looks like his day is done. They'll get it repaired, patched up, send him back out there to finish.
And here comes Dale Earnhardt now, trying to keep Dale Jarrett at bay. Ricky Craven, Ricky Rudd, Steve Grissom is there, Kenny Wallace, Sterling Marlin. Those are the 7 cars on the lead lap, and here we go.
Marcus dropped down to give everybody a good shot at this, give him a good clean run at the first turn.
Well, Derek Cope tried to get a lap back, couldn't get the jump, but he's run well today. He's being shown in 8th.
He let Ricky Craven go there. Ricky Craven has a very strong race car. I would love to see him get up there and get to mix it up with Dale Earnhardt and Dale Jarrett right now.
Here comes Dale Jarrett in the 88 machine as he works to the inside of Earnhardt and grabs the lead, and caution is on the speedway now for problems in turn number 4. Lake Speed having problems with the rolling spam can as the leader is Jarrett now, and they'll race back to the stripe. Jarrett the leader, 88, after winning the Daytona 500 one weekend ago and the Busch Clash 2 weeks ago. And we are back under caution, lap 374. 393 will make up the total laps today. We are, as you saw, at lap 378. Old Derek Cope says, I need my lap back. If there's another caution, he's back in the hunt. He's only a lap down in car 12.
And Earnhardt's on the bottom with him.
My goodness.
This is unusual. Earnhardt's been running the high line, and Cope's got his lap back, and Earnhardt's gotten underneath the 88 of Dale Jarrett.
Well, Derek Cope back on the lead lap now, running in 8th spot. If we catch a caution here, he'd be able to come all the way back around as Earnhardt now has the top spot.
And I guess we just figured out what Earnhardt was doing on the bottom, didn't we?
See Ricky Craven there in 3rd place. He's moved right up in behind Dale Jarrett. This car looks like it's as fast as either one of them that's in front of him.
Well, I'll tell you, they've done a tremendous job today. They have pitted on the backstretch. They lost their 3 key engine men over the wintertime, and they lost their right rear tire changer. Got moved to the 37 team. Remember the right rear tire problem at Daytona 500? Well, guess where their tire changer went. And look at them. Here they are at the end of this race, running in 3rd spot. That's a credit to the whole team.
Speaking, of course, of Larry Hedrick Motorsports, Ricky Craven, the driver. Dale Jarrett, Ricky Craven, Ricky Rudd, Steve Gresham, Kenny Wallace, Sterling Marlin. That's the 7, and Bobby Hillen spins. Bobby Hillen spins. And now is he going to be able to get the car going off the apron of the racetrack? He is inside of turn 2. No caution flag yet. Dale Earnhardt, the race leader, is in turn 3.
Bobby Hamilton has just pitted. No caution yet.
And now it is out. Now it is out, and it has been taken by the leader, Dale Earnhardt. Caution is being displayed at lap 390. Now the question is, can they get this race restarted? With just 3 laps from the finish. Remember, you've got to get Hillen away, and there he comes down the back pit lane. Takes the checkered flag, and Dale Earnhardt, big old smile. This is going to be big time after a fine finish at Daytona. But when all is said and done, it was that man, Dale Earnhardt, who picks up the win. Glenn Jarrett right there with him.